Welcome back to Mobile Suit Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam. This is going to be a very short episode because I am just explaining some stuff here. Now, I actually had Episode 8 ready to go, but I encountered some technical difficulties during recording, and the first 40 minutes of footage from Episode 8 is completely unusable. So, here's what happened. I went ahead and did all of Opoly. He starts with a black Rick Diaz for this mission, and for this mission, gains the red Rick Diaz after completing this one. Has a story event here that's not a mission. And then they started handing out mobile suits that he didn't actually use in the series. Like, for Von Braun, for completing Von Braun, they gave Nemo. For completing the Kill Yazan's entire team mission, they gave him a Gym 2. For surviving the mission in which Opoly canonically dies, Opoly gets the Gelgoog. Then there's supporting Char when Shirako tries to destroy the colony laser. And finally, in this mission, Haman is the boss, and you have to kill her. I wound up doing this with the Gelgoog. With Emma, she starts with the Rick Diaz in red. And yes, there is a gameplay difference between the black and red Rick Diaz's. Mostly to do with how the beam pistol primary weapon works, if you select that as your primary weapon. Although there's also a difference in their melee moves. Beating the first mission with a Rick Diaz, you get access to the Gundam Mark II in AUD colors. This also... Well, this is mostly because it skips all the way ahead to Von Braun, and in this massive time jump, like, start of May until... Yeah, I think that's right around the middle of August here. During this big time jump, Camille gets the Zeta Gundam, so Emma returns to the Mark II. For completing that, we get the Super Gundam, which is the Mark II, but with the G Defensor docked on its back. And then they gave me the Black Rick Diaz for killing Yazan's team for some stupid reason. Then they gave me the Nemo for the next mission. We did this one with Kotz. You've seen this mission before. We're fighting on the outside. Haman shows up. Stuff like that. And in this battle, the boss is Yazan. He brings one of his wingmen, and Kotz is, for some reason, nowhere to be seen. I suspect that has to do with the fact that Yazan killed Kotz before he killed Emma. Well, Yazan was the boss in Kotz's version of this mission, but in Emma's version, it was Rekoa aboard the Palace Athene, which is one of Shirako's personally designed mobile suits. They had this whole argument over what a woman's logic and feelings should dictate as per their actions, and yeah. Now, canonically, Emma wins the battle, but then goes outside of her cockpit to confirm the kill. Not a great idea, because Yazan is waiting. Blasts the wreckage of the Palace Athene, causing it to explode, and shrapnel from the explosion kills Emma. But that's not what happens in this game. It just goes into the whole Axis Rises speech. As for Kotz, we joined in Operation Maelstrom, had Camille as our partner, Haman showed up. This one, Yazan was the final boss, and the partner was Emma in the Mark II. I wound up doing this mission with the Gym 2 just because I prefer its saber-centric melee moveset over the shield bash that the Nemo has for its dash attack. As for Roberto, just like Apoli, he starts with a black Rick Diaz, has to use it for 2 missions, gets the red Rick Diaz, invades Jaburo base, again, same as Apoli up to this point. Then there's the Kennedy Spaceport mission. We've done this several times. For surviving it, Roberto gets a split timeline. Defend Von Braun, you get a Nemo. Destroy Yazan's team, you get a Gym 2. For winning the mission that Apoli canonically dies as Roberto, you get a Rick Dom, which is, for some reason, in Federation colors. This mission, you know, Shirako tries to destroy the colony laser. We gotta drive him and Haman both off, or kill at least one of them. And then, same as Apoli, kill Haman. Now, the weird thing about this particular mission as Apoli is that your partner is Roberto, even though earlier in Apoli's timeline, Roberto is killed. However, there is no such mention of Apoli's death if Roberto survives. So having Apoli as your partner for Roberto's version of the mission makes sense. Now, whatever the case, your partner will be in a red Rick Diaz with a beam pistol. I chose to use the 1-year war mobile suits for each of these boys. That meant Apoli got a Gelgoog, Roberto got a Rick Dom. It took me a couple of tries on each of them, but I got it. No new missions popped up for anyone else. Oh, and then there's Fa. I almost forgot Fa. Starting right off with defending Von Braun. The Methus' primary weapon does not do enough damage or knockback. The sub-weapon is much better in terms of damage, but is hard to aim. I was very glad to get the Rick Diaz for this. Then for winning this mission, you get the Nemo. Did this mission where Haman shows up again, drove her off. And for this one, Fa has to fight Shirako alongside Camille, even though she was somewhere else on the battlefield in the actual series. But yeah, that's how things turn out. I'm bringing all this up via narration, not showing you the footage, because, like I said, the first 40 minutes of the episode that I recorded with all this footage was completely unusable. It was so laggy that it would just skip half the mission and be stuck on a freeze frame. I will also note that during that mission I was having some controller and software issues. They seem to be fixed now, don't worry. Future episodes should be coming out as normal. But yeah, that's how it goes. Hopefully, the next episode will be a little bit better, and I can actually use the footage. So, until next time,